So Vaibhav, like how much you are indulged with open source contribution. So if you want to share any of your project, you can share also.
Yeah, so I've been working with open source projects. Like it's been 2 years. I've been working on open source projects, and I can share you my GitHub repository, and viewers can fork my projects and send me a legit pull request. I'll surely accept them. So if my project seems interesting to the users, yeah, viewers, they can fork them and make changes to them, and pull requests are always accepted. Let me share my screen to you. Yeah, is it visible?
Yeah, Vaibhav, it is showing like Vaibhav started sharing the screen. It will take like few minutes. Yeah, it's, it's not visible, Vaibhav, till now. Yeah, you are showing your GitHub,
Yeah,
right?
is it?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing my GitHub screen, but it's I'm facing a minor glitches with like sharing my screen. Yeah. Visible?
No, it's showing like a black. Yeah, yeah. Now it is something showing like repositories 44 only.
Yeah, I think it will take some time.
Okay. So like,
I'm
what
facing
project you
minor
are showing
glitches.
to us? Like, you can
Yeah,
tell something about the
like
project
there are
also.
various
Tell them.
projects. Yeah, there are various projects. I've used so many technologies. Like I've worked with Node.js and even that uh, web development, Python, desktop app, and all.
Okay.
So let me share it to you. And yeah,
Yeah.
so is it visible now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, last time I was working with this. I told you. Have I told you I was working with I've started a PyTorch framework. That's a high-level deep learning framework. Yeah. So that's my repo of classifying handwritten digits. I mean, it's using a very common data set, using very common data set, MNIST handwritten digits, and yeah. So that's a tic-tac-toe game based on jQuery. I've used it as a Hacktoberfest repo. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Toxi API. That's Toxi API. I was telling you earlier about this only that
Can you like little brief about
it
this
will.
Toxi API?
Yeah, let me show it to you. So yeah, so I've illustrated how to make a request. So you use this URL and use a query string sentence, and then you bind your sentence with the query string like this, as in the screen. And if you let me show you a demo of this. So suppose if it's not offending, my sentence is you suck. And this will return a JSON response of probabilities. Yeah, see, that's the JSON response of probabilities with the matches. For example, see this insult. Insult is having a match attribute set to true, and it is having a probability of 91% of being insultful. The sentence has probability of 91%. All right. So, you can fork this repo and you can send me a pull request. If you can, make some changes and update this and, so yeah, this is an Android app, Dicer app. Like I was learning Kotlin, so I made it for a beginner project, fun project. So, and this is Poet Zen. So I've used natural language processing. I've trained a model to generate a poem. So user have to enter some text, like any text, for suppose anything, and the model will generate a poem accordingly
Okay, that's
using the
nice.
Shakespeare's words, and like the words they were using at in the past, like art, though, and these type of words. So yeah, a classic poem. This will generate a classic poem. Yeah, this is the one to recognize digits, like handwritten digits through browser. So this project I made with TensorFlow JS, and yeah, there's one more project like dog vision. So it's a web app, and a user can upload their dog's photo, and it will predict the breed of the dog. So
Okay.
let me
Can you tell
show
us
a
like
demo.
how this project works? Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you please repeat the
Like
question?
how this project works, like this dog vision.
How this project works? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've trained a model, a machine learning model, to like a classification machine learning model using convolutional neural nets, and I've used uh, transfer learning with ResNet model, I think. Okay, so this model, this is a supervised learning task, and this model takes the images, okay, as a pixel matrix, and each pixel matrix has label assigned to it. So a classification model does it. It learns as a supervised task कि इट्स लर्निंग कि इसको देखा एंड उसके बाद इसका लेबल देखा और उसके बाद इसने दूसरी इमेज देखी उसका लेबल देखा ऐसे ऐसे करके ये पूरा मॉडल ट्रेन हुआ ऑलराइट फिर लास्ट में 10 समथिंग 89 ब्रीड्स को क्लासिफाई कर सकता है मॉडल सो लास्ट में हम लोग ने सॉफ्ट मैक्स फंक्शन का यूज किया सो सॉफ्ट मैक्स फंक्शन you know will give you the probabilities of class being associated with that particular breed class. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's nice, Vaibhav.
that's much I can explain in a nutshell. So there are so many projects. You can visit my GitHub repo and check them also. So let me back to you.
Okay. So, Vaibhav, like you have shown your experience also on like open source contribution. So, what would you like to suggest for like beginners to like how they can contribute to open source?
Yeah, I think starting with contributing to the open source is a very good thing. User can know how version control works and all. So you can start with basic codes like core codes like palindrome and all. You can also uh, make a repo of them, and
Okay.
so that you can learn the open source. So then if you are building a whole big project, you know the basics of version control and you can use it on that. So user can use any like normal codes on
Like
to
before
understand
contributing
the
to
version
open
control
source,
and all.
like one should have a good knowledge of GitHub. If you want to tell like this kind of thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. You
Okay.
should have a